Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Chats with Ant and Rye. Today we're going to talk about the 2024 movie We Bury the Dead, directed by Zach Hilditch and starring Daisy Ridley. This is the story of a woman played by Daisy Ridley, desperately looking for a husband in Tasmania after a bomb or some sort of experiment went off and killed everybody, and we have some undead just roaming the streets. That's where I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, but they use the term online. They've come back online. I
Yeah,
like that. I like
that's
when
good.
zombie movies don't say they're zombies. They're something different. So
No, because it's not a typical zombie movie
no,
for bad and for good. That's what I'm gonna say. I like a few things in this one, and some
yeah,
of the things I think don't really work. So we can get
yeah,
into that. First of all, I think what really struck me with this movie is how beautiful it looks.
mm,
Everything is wide shot. Tasmania, I mean, Australia is a beautiful country to shoot, but everything is wide angled. You really take everything in. It really looks apocalyptic.
yeah,
I really enjoyed that. It really reminded me of Civil War.
yeah. I really like he does a lot of God's view shots where it's kind
Yeah,
of looking down, just especially during some of the driving scenes and when they're on the motorbike, and I really liked that. And then yeah, obviously the shots of devastation of especially in kind of that second half where they get into Hobart and it's just there's just everything's on fire, and
yeah.
even the color gradient goes all yellows, and yeah, that was really well done. I like that.
Yeah,
How,
it makes you take all the grandness of it, the magnitude of it.
mm. So yeah, so we'll go into some of the performance. Okay, so Daisy Ridley, you've got her pretty much front and center throughout the entire film.
Which is a good
There's
thing because she's very
yeah,
good.
right. Like I, because there was parts of it where I was because she's very closed off. She doesn't really like to open up. You know, she's only really kind of I'm here to try and look for my husband. He was in Tasmania, and she at one point I was like, is she purposely wooden, or is this a creative choice by the director, and this is the narrative arc?
Mm,
And then when she finally does kind of come out of her shell with that kind of that second half of the film, my God, does she deliver such a performance? She's just phenomenal.
yeah.
And so it's obviously well, okay, that was just a creative choice. She's closed off and then letting her emotions go.
Yeah, but she's never doing anything over the top. It's really in all little facial expressions and little things that she does that you really feel every emotion that her character is going through.
Absolutely. And then she obviously has a few people she I wouldn't say connects with. She kind of has times with. You've got Clay who, when the film starts, their body retrieval because obviously Tasmania's pretty much been wiped out. Tasmania has been eliminated off the planet. Everyone's dead because of this accidental weapon that the United States have come on. And then she wants to get to her husband, and Clay's like, "All right, I'll get you there." And so then they go off together. Then she has a moment with Riley. Two completely different types of character. Like
Yeah,
her time with Riley, like there's because obviously Clay's kind of air brackets, he's run off. You think Riley he's killed Clay at this stage and that was so well written because he's like, oh, he's run off, and then Riley takes her to his home, and where he kind of mentions how his wife and unborn son were killed in the
yeah.
blast, and it's so tense and tension, but without tension. It's just I love that.
It is very
Though,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
Okay. That was one of my questions because
Okay.
if we're looking at different scenes of the movie,
Yeah.
this one, I'm not sure it 100% worked for me. The scene with Riley.
See, I thought he's a victim in this, so
Yeah,
he's he didn't get killed himself, but his wife has died, his unborn son has died. He's one of the victims of this this catastrophe, and
Yeah.
he's just broken. Like you can see that
He's
he's
completely broken. And it's weird because the beginning, when they come to the house and they have dinner, I really liked it because he's taking something that is deeply sad and emotional, but you can feel that there is a tension in the air. It's a very uncomfortable scene and it's
yeah
foreshadowing what's coming. But then when it comes to the scene of she's wearing his wife's clothes and the perfume, and then there is the stuff about the ring, blah, blah, blah. This is where it didn't really work for me. It's like it goes a bit too much into the weird, messed up. It's like, why would she accept to do that? Why would she
I
accept to
think
wear the dress and the stuff? I mean, maybe she feels a bit on the thread, but then she stops at the ring. So it's kind of the same thing. It didn't,
yeah
this scene for me did not 100% work just because I didn't really follow her decision making.
yeah because I think it was because she was just so desperate to get to her husband. I'm going to do anything and everything to get to my spouse. I suppose this
Yeah,
was kind of, if this is what she needs to do, this is what she'll do.
yeah, fair
So
enough.
maybe
And maybe
that's what
then
it
she
was.
regrets it. That's why she stops halfway or something. Yeah, but yeah. It felt almost like, okay, I understand that he's a broken man because he lost his wife and his child to be, but that went a little too much into why do you want to dance and her wearing the perfume and the stuff. It feels like it's written just because you need something a bit messed up to happen so then the movie and what's happening with this character can happen. Just my opinion. If you like
Yeah.
it, more power to you. Just to give a bit of a cleanser, another scene that I actually really liked is when one of the undead is burying his family and she helps.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Such an
So,
emotional scene.
that gave me goosebumps. You
Yeah,
wouldn't think a horror movie is going to make you just feel all these emotions because obviously throughout the film, they're going basically, is there anything left in the undead?
yeah,
Are they just mindless zombies, or have they come back and they've got some semblance of themselves? And so he's woken up, he's seen his family's dead, he's digging the grave, and then she helps him, and then he knows he's dead, and
yeah,
he sits there to wait for her to kill him, and it's just like,
yeah.
oh, that's brutal.
This is
Isn't that just
brutal. But there is something very primal about it as well. Is even though this person is not fully there because they are undead, they are not fully alive, and
yeah,
they are not fully dead, and they are here because of unfinished business apparently, but like nobody really knows. If you're going back to cavemen and stuff like that, human beings have started burying the dead as a ritual thing, of passing. And I don't know, I thought it was very clever that this, let's say, new species of people keep on doing that and they are still attached to their loved one, the people around them, and they need that ritual to grieve and pass. And I think this is what the movie is about, really. The movie is not necessarily a zombie movie or horror movie because there is not that many horror scenes, but it's really about grief and closure.
yeah, yeah. Well, because she finally opens up at the end, but she's found her husband that throughout all their flashbacks, their marriage, their
Yeah.
pregnancy, trying to get pregnant, and then she had an affair, and so that's kind
Yeah.
of she's trying to get that closure on with him. She gets to him in that scene where she finally finds him, and then she's come on, wake up, and that was just I can't. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just such a great actress. But
Yeah. And okay, big spoiler as well. If you haven't seen the movie, turn off the podcast, turn off the video, come back to it. Or if you don't care about spoilers, just keep on listening. So we find out when she finds him in this hotel room that he has been cheating on her as well.
yeah,
Right? What did you think of that? Did that take something away from you? Because you have this, let's say, idealized love story of it. I mean, as you're going through the flashbacks, you realize that their marriage was not perfect, but was that the final straw? She did all that to find him, to see if he was still alive and there was still a chance for him to, for them to keep going, basically. And this is what she finds.
Uh,
Does that render her journey pointless?
no, because I think she needed that closure anyway, because she needed to kind
Yes.
of, she needed to apologize to him for what she did. I kind of expected it, if anything. It
Really?
was, yeah, maybe not expected it, but I wasn't surprised by it.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to touch upon before I go into another thing, obviously, we've got the fact that it was an American weapon that kind of attacked
Uh,
Tasmania,
do you think
and
that's a
Daisy
dig at
Ridley
Trump
was.
or?
No, because it was a Daisy Ridley was the American in Australia,
True.
so there was a very American versus Australia thing. There was a couple of kind of sly comments made at some stage. It was, why are you
Mm,
here? It's just like, well, I need to get back. Basically,
yeah.
it was. I thought it was minute, but it was handled well. I think.
Yeah, it was not over the top.
So when she has found her husband, Clay comes back, and so
Yep.
he's found her. Were you surprised to see Clay come back into it? Did you think that Riley had killed Clay, or was because I'd been writing my notes while I was watching, like, did
Yeah.
Riley kill Clay? And then he's come back, and so it's like, well, he hasn't. So all that time, Riley was actually just really a poor soul who's been lost in this. So he ended up getting killed for by Ava. So
Yeah, look, I he could have been killed by Riley. I thought he took off, to be honest. That's where because he's not this kind of very reliable person. I mean, we see that through what he has been through with his family and how he decides to help out because he finds the Ducati bike, kind of.
yeah,
It's he didn't seem like a very reliable character, so my first thought was, oh look, he gets scared by this guy and he just took off.
yeah, I was surprised by it. But it was a good surprise. I liked the fact that
Yeah.
they came back together. I didn't so much like. I found the scenes where they're partying in the hotel. I didn't like that. I thought that could
No,
have been
I don't.
left out.
Yeah,
I didn't like that at all.
I
Just
didn't. It doesn't really bring anything. If anything,
no,
it actually made me scared for the ending. It made me scared for the ending because it was coming to the end of the movie. She finds out that her husband's been cheating on her. We find out that she has been cheating on the husband. Their marriage was not ideal. The husband is not coming back to life now. She's there. She's in Tasmania. That thing happened. It's like, where can it go from here? Are we just is the movie really gonna leave us with, you know what, life is really imperfect and sometimes you have very bad things that happen on top
yeah,
of that and that's it. But the scene with when they find the baby, I actually thought that it was a very good closure to the movie because there is
yeah,
this little touch of hope that is coming in the
yep,
picture.
yeah. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, it was obviously throughout all this tragedy, life goes on. Life finds a way. I
Yes.
suppose we could
Yeah,
do
I like
Victory
that.
and
Yeah.
Malcolm. Life finds a way, and it's
Yeah,
just
100%.
because
I like that.
another thing I really want to bring up as well is the score. I
Yeah.
loved the score. Had such a Danny Elfman kind of vibe to it. It was just
Mm.
like, and then just it just follows through throughout the entire movie, and it's just bloody, just so good. I loved it.
It was so good. And even the songs in there, this sort of very subdued pop music was really
Mm.
fitting in this bittersweet sort of environment. I really enjoyed the score. And if you want to expand on that, the sound editing, I really like that. Like
Oh,
the
right.
sound of the
Oh,
teeth
oh,
clanking. Yeah, I think that's imprinted in my brain now. This is the thing I won't forget anytime soon with this
oh,
movie.
for sure. I'm so glad you brought that up because I didn't want to forget about that because me and Teeth, the I've said that in horror movies in the past, like in especially the Philippe brothers, their movies, they do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff in the teeth. And here it's just like that's what the undead doing, and it's like, oh, it just gives you shivers, and it's like it's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was a good part. That was a good part of the horror. It's supposed to be a bit of a horror movie. I was disappointed that there was not enough horror into it. Like the scene with the bus when she's being chased by a very
yep,
fast undead in the bus. That was an amazing scene. I wanted more
Yeah.
of that. And
Yep.
it was not, you can count it on your fingers, like the number of scary quote unquote scenes in the movie.
Yep.
I would have liked a bit more.
Yeah. I'm okay with what was presented, but
Yeah,
you're not wrong. They could have done a little bit more.
yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
Let's go into score.
Well, let's get into it.
Oh, me first.
You're right. You're first.
Yeah. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just to put it out there, I am not a big zombie movie person because for me they kind of blend in being the same. Unless you're doing something very different, like Shaun of the Dead, for example. That's a zombie movie, but
Yep.
it's hilarious and I
Right.
really like it.
Oh,
I applaud this movie for doing something different. It's not a zombie movie per se. It's very well done, it's very well shot, is very apocalyptic and desolate, and the themes that are being woven through are closure and grief, and they do that in a very clever way. Daisy Ridley is very good as Ava in the movie, so it was a good surprise for a zombie movie. I liked it, so
yeah.
three and a
Yeah.
half out of five.
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Nice.
I really liked what it brought to the table. Daisy Ridley was just phenomenal. Yeah, just themes of just grief and moving on, and I guess even hope. Um,
A little bit.
I think it just did it all real well, really well. Just the direction as well, and
Mm,
the sound, just pretty much everything. I think it really delivered a really good, well-rounded movie, and it's
yeah.
not overly scary. It's
No,
if you don't like scary movies, there's probably a small handful of scenes that's really going to make you go, but I think it did a good job. So yeah, 4 from me.
nice. Alrighty, well, thank you for that. We'll put a link in the comments for you if you want to watch it, where you can watch it. Tell us what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you agree with what we said or do you disagree? Please leave something in the comments. And as usual, please subscribe and like, and we talk to you next week.